This is Farmington Knights football on KDKZ Channel 18.
Ball teed up at the 40-yard line as back deep to receive Travis Sproul for the Festus Tigers. He is a 5'7" junior as he will stand at his own 5-yard line as the ball teed up at the 40 as Austin DeSold is set to kick it off for the Knights as we are set to go 2012 season opener here from Festus. 12 minutes on the scoreboard clock as DeSold puts the right leg into it. End over end kick going to be taken by Sprawled at the 10. Back across the 15 to the 20. Angles here to the near side. Evades a tackler. Now to the 30, 35. Still running over men across the 40. Finally shoved out of bounds at the 44-yard line. That's where Festus will begin first down, 10 yards to go.
Finally knocked out of bounds by number 29, Anthony Greco. Greco is a senior this year for the Farmington Knights, and Greco was able to get him out of bounds and knock the ball loose. But unfortunately, the ball was already declared dead, so that's where it stands. Great defensive tackle from behind by Greco for the Farmington Knights, and that'll bring up a first down for these Festus Tigers here in the first quarter as we waste away 8 seconds on the clock so far.
First down, 10 yards to go for Festus from their own 44-yard line. As a quarterback tonight for the Tigers, going to be Jordan Wilkes as he will take the snap. He will hand the football off, and nowhere will go the running back, maybe a yard, as Corey Uding, ball carrier for the Tigers.
Looked like he was brought down by Garrett Duncan along with Ethan Hughes as the two defensive backs for the Farmington Knights doing a great job. 11:35 is our clock time here in the first quarter, week number 1 high school football on a beautiful Friday evening here in Southeast Missouri. Again, I'm Aaron Cox, joined by Jeremy Martin on 95.fm, Froggy96online.com, and you can watch this game on KDKZ Channel 18 on Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m., and then we'll archive it for the rest of the year at KDKZ18.com.
Officially a 2-yard gain as second down and 8. Now on the option, Wilkes going to pitch the football back as it goes across the 50 down inside Farmington Knight territory as Corey Carr, the ball carrier for the Tigers, down to the Farmington Knights 49, and a pickup. 5 yards brings up a third down and about 3 to go for Festus.
Festus slow and sure on the ball there as they inch now into Farmington Knight territory just by a couple of yards. Like you said, third down and 3 to go with 10:47 to play here in the first quarter. No score, just underway. This is the first week of high school football across the state of Missouri, which for Farmington students is kind of crazy. They jumped into school on Wednesday, and here just 2 days later, they're on the road to Festus in week number 1 of high school football. I think it's great and a little bit more awkward because of the playoff system they have going as we get ready to resume play.
3rd and 3 here for the Festus Tigers as Wilkes under center for the Festus Tigers. And now flags are going to come in before the snap of the ball, and it should be a delay of game as the play clock is hit 0. So delay of game, 5-yard penalty on Festus will push him back to a 3rd and 8.
As Coach Hennis for the Farmington Knights here on the near side of the football field had his hands up in the air and wondering what was going on exactly. He got it figured out, and so did the refs. It's a little bit different here in Festus because you have the stands, the press box. Everybody's on one side of the field. Your band, your home fans, your away fans. You've got Farmington near us where all of these people in action are. Then you have your home team all by themselves on the very opposite side of the field. It's something I've never seen in high school football.
I wonder if they plan it that way. They just want to be secluded.
Maybe they did.
As 3rd and 8 for the Tigers back at their own 46. Now a fumble on the snap and a scrum for the ball. Farmington saying they've got it. The coaches here on the near side, and we're waiting for the call, and the Farmington Knights have it on a turnover on a fumble by the Festus Tigers.
First turnover of this football season. It comes for Festus with 9:40 to play here in the first quarter, and I hope you're hungry and thirsty because the hospitality here at Festus is bar none. I'm telling you.
Well, you can't beat that, can you?
As soon as you can blink, they're handing you more food and more drinks than you can handle.
Already got some Gatorade, already got some soda, now we got some hot dogs.
If you don't want yours, I know you're busy over there. I'll take care of it for you. Just don't you worry.
I'm going to be overweight before we leave here tonight.
Aren't you on that diet?
Oh, well, not anymore. Justin Boehm in the shotgun for the Farmington Knights. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 45 as he will take the snap, hands the football off to Anthony Greco. Greco down inside the Tiger 45 all the way down to the 41-yard line. And a gain of about 4 yards for Greco.
Greco slowly moving up the line straight up the center of the field with 9:21 and counting on the clock here in the first quarter. No score. This is the first week of high school football on your radio and online.
No huddle offense here for the Knights. 2nd down and 6 to go from the Tiger 41. Bain will take the snap. Now he looks to the near side. Nothing there. Now he's under pressure as he will get away from a tackle in the backfield. Now still maneuvering his way. Now he gets free down to the 40, and he is hit hard, fumbled the football, and Festus is going to recover.
And it's going to be recovered by Festus. Number 55, Zach Welch, was the only one on the ball. Let me run down this play for you. He got himself in a little bit of a hairy situation. He avoided 3 different tackles at 3 different times. A defensive man had an arm or a hand on our quarterback. Now, he decided he'd find the pocket and he made the play, but he fumbled the football, so that'll turn the football over here for Farmington. Give it back to Festus here in the first quarter.
Well, exchange of turnovers here in the first quarter as Farmington got a turnover from Festus, and now they give it right back to the Tigers. 1st and 10 for Festus from their own 42-yard line with 8:58 to go here in the first quarter. No score here from week number 1 from Festus High School.
Bame having a little bit of a hard time here in this first one.
As Wilkes will be under center now last year, and now Coach Todd Vaughn is all over the referee. And what we're going to have, I don't know if Coach Vaughn was saying Justin Bame was down on the play before he fumbled the football or what, but now we're going to have a whistle and a stoppage of play with 8:58 to go here in the first quarter. And I'm not sure if either team took a timeout. Might be one of those water breaks we were talking about to give the players a little bit of a break here on a warm night in Festus. 8:58 to go. Actually, no, it was a timeout taken by Farmington. So timeout Knights. 8:58 to go in the first quarter of a scoreless ball game. We'll take a 30-second break, and we'll be back to Festus after this on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
Are you looking for a true state-of-the-art fitness center? Then Anytime Fitness behind Megasports in Farmington is the fitness center for you. Anytime Fitness has 24-hour access for your convenience, affordable memberships, and tanning rates. Plus, right now at Anytime Fitness, you can take advantage of their back-to-school special. When you sign up for your membership, you're going to get 1 month free on your membership and get 1 month of tanning also for free. So why wait? Stop procrastinating and go see Cody right now at Anytime Fitness on Market Street in Farmington. Anytime Fitness, for you anytime. You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
Farmington Knights, Festus Tigers on your radio, 95.9 FM, on the World Wide Web at Froggy96online.com. You can watch this game on Channel 18 KDKZ TV on Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. or on the World Wide Web coming up Sunday evening.
Wilkes under center, 2nd down and 5. He'll take the snap, hands off again to Uding. Uding gets down to the Knights 40, pushes the pile down inside the 40 to the 39, picks up about 3 yards. He'll be about maybe 2 shy of a first down. 3rd and about 2 to go for Festus from the Knights 39.
Wrapped up by Nicky Greco. Nicky is a junior for the Farmington Knights defense, and that's a name you'll probably hear quite a bit. Several Grecos on this team. 6:24 and counting here in the first quarter of a scoreless ball game, week number 1 of high school ball in the state of Missouri. Festus Tigers are on the run.
As Wilkes will take the snap, he'll fake the handoff this time. He'll pitch it back on the option as with the football down inside the 35 to the 31-yard line. Plenty for a first down, picks up 7 yards as Tyler Barlow, the ball carrier for the Tigers, picks up 7, first down to the Farmington 31.
Talk about somewhat of a sloppy play for Festus, though, as they had a hard time getting that one away and executing it a little bit, as it was kind of an up-in-the-air situation until somebody grabbed a hold of it.
So a gain of 7. Farmington Knight 31-yard line. Festus on the march, under 6 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Wilkes under center again, takes the snap. He'll hand the football off as going to be yanked down at the 30 after a gain of 1 yard. It's going to be Carr. So a gain of a yard down to the Farmington 30. And now we're going to have an official timeout taken by the referee, and this is going to be a water break, I do believe. So we're going to take an official's timeout here and a water break for these players on a warm night. 5:42 to go here in quarter number 1. Festus and Farmington, no score. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout. You're listening to Farmington Night Football on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
Blackwell Motors has the great big deals. We will put you behind the wheel. Right here at Blackwell Motors, home of the pink elephant. So take a turn to the pink Pachyderm. The great big deals are here. Blackwell Motors, customer care beyond compare at Blackwell Motors.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
And we're back in Festus, Missouri, of a scoreless ball game where the Festus Tigers are on the march over the Farmington Knights. 5:42 to play after an official's water timeout.
As Wilkes will take the snap, he'll hand off to the fullback, angles over to the far side of the football field inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Nathan Cummings, the ball carrier for Festus, as a gain of 6 yards on the carry brings up a third and about 2 to go here for the Tigers.
Tonight's game on the Dawkins Broadcast Group is being brought to you by Sun Loan Company of Park Hills, Ironton, and Farmington, along with Anytime Fitness of Farmington. Stop by and see Cody today. The UPS store, Steve, doing a great job with all of your shipping needs and printing needs as well. The UPS store right down from Deals in Farmington.
3rd and 2 as Wilkes under center will take the snap. He's going to keep it off the right side. He's going to get hit, and he's not going to make the first down, as he is actually going to be dropped back at the 24 for a loss of a yard. Brings up a 4th and 3.
And here's a name that's going to be no stranger to the radio and, of course, newly to TV is Ryder Garrett. He is number 44, and he is a 6'1", 200-pound senior for the Farmington Knights. His older brother, of course, was Roper, who is doing some great things in college football.
Now we've got a whistle and a timeout going to be taken by the Festus Tigers. 4:32 to go here in the first quarter. When we get back to action, Festus will have it 4th down and 3 from the Farmington 24-yard line. Let's take another 30-second timeout. We'll be back to Festus after this. This is Farmington Night Football on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
The Branding Iron Barbecue.
Come out to the Branding Iron Barbecue and check out their family feast with ribs, fish, and pork. You can feed your entire family for just $24.99 or choose from 6 different meals for under $6. The Branding Iron Barbecue in Farmington, Poplar Bluff, and Jackson. You'll leave full, and so does your wallet.
Unbelievably tender where the spice is right. You better bring your appetite. The Branding Iron Barbecue.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
And welcome back to Festus. 4th and 3 for the Festus Tigers from the Farmington Knight 24-yard line. As what are they going to do here? They're going to attempt a field goal, as the field goal unit looks to be on the football field, and this is going to be a 40-yard attempt.
Now, he'll actually be kicking it right at the 30-yard line, but you have to take in the end zone, that extra 10 yards. He'll be kicking it right off the 31, as a matter of fact.
So a 41-yard field goal attempt here for number 1, Travis Sproul.
And I look for a fake out of this one, but he's going to go ahead and he's going to kick it.
He's going to kick it. It is long enough, and it is good from 41.
41 yard.
In high school, that's unheard of.
41 yards, and if you feel the breeze, the wind, he had a crosswind out of the south. So an amazing high school field goal for the Festus Tigers. Who was kicking that, by the way?
Travis Sproul, number 1.
Travis Sproul with a 41-yarder. 4:25 to play here in the first quarter. Tigers are now on top, scoring first 3-0 with that 41-yard field goal from Travis Sproul. I want to thank some of our sponsors making our broadcast possible on your radio, online, and on your television at KDKZ Channel 18, including Blackwell Motors of Farmington and Bonne Terre, Hood's Discount Home Center, the law office of David Orzel, the Steel Horse Junction of Farmington, Southbrook Skilled Nursing Center of Farmington, along with Clark Power Services of Perryville, Ellis Battery in Fredericktown, Crystal Heating and Cooling of Crystal City in Farmington, DeClue Septic of Festus, along with Animal Care Services of Festus, Carpenter Plus of Festus, along with Check Please of Farmington, all making our broadcast possible here on your radio at 95.FM, online at froggy96online.com, and on your TV Sunday afternoon. Be sure to watch Channel 18 KDKZ at 3 p.m. for this broadcast game, and then you can watch it online throughout the rest of the year as we archive it at kdkz18.com and froggy96online.com as the Tigers kick it back to the Knights.
High end over and kick. It'll be taken by Anthony Greco back at the 1-yard line, back across the 5 to the 10 to the 15 to the 20, and he's going to be taken down from behind across the 20 at the 22-yard line. That's where the Farmington Knights will go back on offense. First down, 10 yards to go as they trail 3-0 after a 41-yard field goal by Travis Sproul for the Festus Tigers.
And on the tackle for the Festus defense, number 37 was Sam House. getting a couple arms around him, bringing him down quickly. So it'll be a long march for Farmington. 4:20 to play here in the first quarter as the Tigers now lead after a 41-yard field goal from Travis Sproul. 3-0 is your score of the Tigers over the Knights.
As Justin Boehm lines up in the shotgun for Farmington. As he will call out the signals, he will take the snap. He will hand the football off. As I think that was Greco, number 29, as he will get back across the 20 to the 21. Now actually lose about 2 yards on the play.
Greco found the line and his defense back, and of course that's all he found as he ran into the wall and got wrapped up pretty quickly. Right at 4 minutes to play, Tigers on top of the Knights 3-0 as the Knights now have a 2 and about 12 situation here.
Boehm will take the snap from the shotgun, fires here to the near side. Pass is going to be caught up at the 30. Pass caught by number 5, Calvin Lynch, 6'2 senior for the Knights. Gain of 8 yards. And it brings up a 3rd and about 3 for the Farmington Knights.
And you know, Jeremy, Lynch is a pretty tall 6'2 senior coming in at 185 pounds as we get ready to resume play. I'm telling you, these Knights offense are quick when they're ready to go.
Boehm again will fire the football. This is going to be caught up across the 40 at the 41-yard line as number 80 going to make the reception. That's going to be Cameron Quarter.
Quarter in on the receive for the Farmington Knights, and this Farmington Knight offense is all over it. They're ready to get back on the ball. Bear with us as these Knight away jerseys, you've heard us over the last couple of years talk about these jerseys. They've got gold pants, white jerseys with gold lettering, and when you're about 80 yards away or more, that gold on white is pretty hard to make out. It's got just a little bit of a pinstripe around those numbers, but other than that, it's hard to see under the Friday night lights.
Gain of 11 yards, 1st and 10 for the Knights as Boehm will take the snap again. He'll hand it off to Greco, and Greco going nowhere as he's going to get to the 40 and then be shoved back. They might give him the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So no gain on the play.
Looks like he found a whole lot of nobody, and he was driven back quite a bit. 3:08, the clock counts as the Tigers of Festus are leading the Farmington Knights 3-0 here in week number 1 of high school football. Knights offense is back on the line with the 2 and 10.
As Boehm in the shotgun again takes the snap, drops back in the pocket looking. Now he's going to step up, and he's going to run it across the 45, and he'll be drugged down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5 yards brings up a 3rd and 5 for Farmington.
Caught on the hand by number 62. That was Brandon Barton. Only got a small hand on Boehm, and that's all it took to take that quarterback down for the Farmington Knights. So 2:35 and counting. Again, your score 3-0. The Festus Tigers with a 41-yard field goal here in the first quarter, leading it.
Boehm will take the snap. He'll fake the handoff. He's going to keep it. He'll get up across the 45 to the 47. That's it. On 3rd and 5, he'll pick up a yard and no more. Brings up a 4th and 4 for the Knights, and the punting team onto the football field for Farmington. Going to have to kick it away.
Brought down by number 21 for the Tigers defense, Tyler Barlow. Along with number 62, that was Brandon Barton in on the tackle for defense, and the Tigers are looking to receive the football. Back to kick it for the Farmington Knights.
Looks like Sproul and Carr back to receive for Festus as the snap is a low one, dug off the turf by the punter as the kick is away. And Carr going to receive the punt at the 15, get back to the 20, get out of a tackle. Now angles back to the near side of the football field, and finally he is drugged down back inside the 20. And let's see where they mark it, back at the 15-yard line. So not good field position for the Festus Tigers as they go back on offense as they lead Farmington by a score of 3-0, a minute 44 to go here in the opening first quarter.
That was off the foot of Austin DeSold. Number 52 was the one who punted it away. Had to dig it off the turf, like you said. It was a bad snap and a bad grab, so he was fishing for it for a minute and just about caught by the hands of some defense of the Tigers as our clock is stopped at a minute 44. Again, your score, the Festus Tigers here in the first quarter have taken a 3-0 lead after a 41-yard field goal.
As Wilkes is under center for Festus, 1st and 10 all the way back at his own 15-yard line. As he will call out the signals, he will take the snap. He's going to keep it off the left side. As he'll angle here to the near side, he's going to be brought down back at the 17-yard line as looked like he was going to be tackled for a loss as he got tripped up in the backfield but kept his footing and stumbled forward across the 15 to the 17 for a gain of 2. And now Wilkes is slow to get off the turf.
Clock is ticking to a minute and 20 as, like you said, slow to get off the turf. And week 1 of high school football, a little bit warmer than what it's been the last couple of evenings, but as we start to see the sun set to our west, the temperature starts to cool, but a great breeze out of the south, really making this a nice evening for football as that breeze is coming right into the stands where most of the band, cheerleaders, and football players are all stationed.
As Wilkes under center, Calls out the signal. He'll hand off to the fullback, angles over to the far side of the football field, gets up to the 20-yard line. He'll gain 3 yards as Nathan Cummings, the ball carrier for Festus.
And on the tackles, number 29, Anthony Greco, with 40 seconds here to play in the first.
We've already seen 5 different players, Aaron, carry the football, so Festus is going away from that spread offense, just methodically moving the football down the field on the ground, and several different players are doing it.
That's what you need. I mean, you have to have something to go to. If you use the same person over and over again, which you have some programs that will rely on 1 to 2 guys, and if a program can elaborate on that, they'll really do something.
As Wilkes is going to take the snap, as he will run it left side of the line. He'll get up to the 25-yard line, just across the 25 to the 26. He needed 5 yards, got 6 yards, and moved the chains for the Festus Tigers as they get a fresh set of downs with 11 seconds to go in the first quarter.
I want to make a comment that the Farmington Knights defense, a hard tackle off the shoulders of Ryder Garrett and Ethan Hughes on the defensive tackle, and I'm telling you, that was a hard hit. You could hear it from up here in the press box. Jordan Wilkes had to meet those 2 guys. Ryder Garrett for the Farmington Knights is coming in at 200 pounds, and then you have Hughes at 180 pounds. So that was like hitting a 380-pound brick wall.
And that is the end of quarter number 1 here from Festus. After 1 quarter, Festus Tigers on top of the Farmington Knights by a score of 3-0. We'll be back for quarter number 2 after this 1-minute timeout. This is Farmington Night Football on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
At Check Please in Farmington and Poplar Bluff, they have the money you need today. They offer competitive rates on title loans up to $5,000, and they do payday loans up to $500 for your convenience. Check Please also buys scrap gold, silver, and coins. So stop by and see them today at Check Please, open Monday through Saturday. In Farmington, call 747-0900, or in Poplar Bluff, call 785-8900. Check Please. Get the money you need today.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
Welcome back once again to Festus, Missouri. We have a quarter of high school football under our belt, and we're ready to resume with the second quarter. Put 12 up on the clock, and we are rolling.
As quarterback Wilkes going to pitch the football back, and a big loss on the play as he pitched the football back to number 32, Carter Probst, and a loss of 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 15 for Festus.
If you're just joining us, our score here as we begin the second quarter, the Festus Tigers, after a 41-yard field goal, 3 times is a charm, right? 41-yard field goal for the Festus Tigers, put them up 3-0 here in the second quarter as we're just underway. Matter of fact, we've clicked off 40 seconds so far of this second quarter.
Wilkes under center will take the snap as he will hand the football off the left side up to the 25-yard line. A gain of 4 yards on the play as ball carrier was Carter Probst again for the Festus Tigers. Brings up a 3rd and 11 for the Festus Tigers.
Our broadcast of high school football is made possible by Sun Loan Company of Park Hills, Ironton, and Farmington, along with Anytime Fitness in Farmington. Stop by and see Cody today for your fitness needs. The UPS store also, and the Branding Iron Barbecue Company.
10:45 and counting to go here in the first half of play. 3-0. Festus on top as Wilkes going to take the snap. The flags are going to fly before the play can get underway. This clock stops with 10:39 to go here in the second quarter. It's a dead ball, and a legal procedure going to be called on the Festus Tigers. That is penalty number 2 on Festus. Farmington yet to be penalized in this football game. Two penalties for 10 yards for Festus. Each team has fumbled the ball away, so 1 turnover apiece. As it now brings up a 3rd and 16 to go for the Festus Tigers after the 5-yard penalty. 10:32 and counting to go here in the second quarter. 3-0. Festus on top here in week number 1 of high school football. As under center is Wilkes again on 3rd and 15. As under center he'll take the snap, hands off, up across the 25 to the 28-yard line. Ball carrier was Tyler Barlow that time. All the way up to the 29-yard line. And a gain of 8 yards on the play, so it brings up a 4th down, 8 yards to go. for the Tigers as the punting team onto the football field, as Farmington will go back on offense as they trail here by a score of 3-0. Anthony Greco back deep to receive as the punt is a high spiral, as Greco going to receive the football. 35 breaks a tackle across the 40 here to the near side. He's finally going to be shoved out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Knights as they go back on offense. 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line as they trail this one by a score of 3-0. So Justin Boehm and the offense back onto the football field for the Knights as they trail 3-0 here in Festus, Missouri. Week number 1 of high school football. 9:34 to go in the second quarter.
What a great breeze we're getting across from the south. I commented about it earlier, but you know what? It's just a wonderful night, and I hope you're enjoying some football action somewhere.
Boehm will take the snap. He'll throw over to the far side of the football field. The pass is going to be caught but going nowhere, as the pass is going to be caught by number 88. That's going to be Devin Nagel for the Knights, and no gain on the play.
As he was wrapped up by number 85, that was Keaton Boyce on the far side of the football field with 9:16 and counting here in the second quarter. Right now the Farmington Knights are on the drive.
2nd and 10. Maybe lost about a half a yard on that last play. As in the shotgun, Boehm will take the snap. He'll hand the football off
To Greco, it looks like.
It's either 20, I think it's 28, as none the case. It gets down inside the Festus 45 all the way down to 43.
Right. That is number 28. That'll be Colton Coulter. Say that 3 times fast. Colton Coulter. I guess it's not that bad.
Gain is 7. And it brings up a 3rd and 3 for the Knights from the Tiger 43. And now a player on the defensive line for the Festus Tigers, number 42, Corey Uding, jumps into the neutral zone. So that's going to be a 5-yard offside penalty. Give the Knights a first down.
Our broadcast made possible by Blackwell Motors of Farmington and Bonne Terre, Hood's Discount Home Center, along with the law office of David Orzel, the Steel Horse Junction of Farmington, Southbrook Skilled Nursing Center of Farmington, and Clark Power Services of Perryville, all making our broadcast possible here of high school football across the Dawkins Radio Network.
After the penalty, 1st and 10, Farmington from the 38. As Boehm going to fake the handoff this time. He's going to keep it off the left side as he'll get down to the Festus 35. Pick up about 3 yards on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 7 for the Knights from the Tiger 35 as the Knights trail by a score of 3-0 as right back at the line of scrimmage is the Knight off. They don't huddle. They don't waste a lot of time, do they?
Not at all. They're ready to go. This is a very quick and aggressive Knights offense, so much that I can't even talk in between plays.
As Boehm will throw to the far side of the football field, the pass is going to be knocked away as the intended receiver was Devin Nagel again for the Knights. This one falls incomplete, brings up a 3rd and 7.
Broken up in the air by number 23, Mitch Neal on the far side of the football field. Neal was all over that pass. As he broke it up in the air, it's a good thing it didn't turn into an interception for the Tigers as they lead 3-0 here in the second quarter after a 41-yard, not year, I'll figure this out, 41-yard field goal.
You could tell we've had a long offseason, you know?
Oh, don't you know it. It'll take us. We're a little rusty. Give us a little oil. We're ready to go.
Boehm will take the snap. He'll fake the handoff. He's going to keep it right side. Angle to the far side. He's going to be brought down by the shoulder pad. If it wasn't for that tackle, Boehm could have been off to the races for a big gain. Instead, he is brought down to the 31 after a gain of 4, and it brings up a 4th and 3 for the Knights.
And all over him for the Festus Tigers was number 42. That was Corey Uding. He is a 6'1", 220-pound senior. Talk about a big boy.
Now the Knights are going to go for it here on 4th and 3 as Boehm and company looks over to the sideline to get the play. As Boehm in the shotgun will take the snap. Now he'll look to the near side. The pass is going to be caught down at the 20-yard line. Pass going to be caught by number 44. That's Ryder Garrett all the way down to the Festus 20. Gain of 11. Move the chains on 4th down.
You know what I'm really liking here is I like to see Farmington in the offense go to a lot of different key players here. They're not utilizing 1 to 2 to 3 players. They have now passed or thrown to 6 different players so far that I've seen.
So a 1st and 10 for the Knights at the Festus 20. Boehm in the shotgun. Calls out the signal, so take the snap, and now flag's going to fly before the snap of the football. And it's going to be a dead ball, illegal procedure called on Farmington. That's going to be their first penalty of the night. Back them up 5 yards, 1st and 15, now back at the Festus 25 after the penalty.
Right now, 7:08 to play here in the second quarter.
Been a quick-moving first half, hasn't it?
It really has.
So 1st and 15 for the Knights after the penalty, back at the Tiger 25-yard line. As Boehm in the shotgun. as he will take the snap, drops back in the pocket to pass. Looking. Now finally steps up. He's going to keep it down to the 25, breaks a tackle, angles near side, down inside the 20, and finally shoved out of bounds near the 19-yard line after a gain of about 6, make it 7, down at the 18-yard line. Brings up a second down, 8 to go for the Knights.
Knights on a serious drive here as they want to put some points on the board here in the first half of football here.
Boehm in the shotgun. Calls out the signal, so take the snap. He'll fake the handoff again. This time he'll keep it off the right side. Breaking tackles. He'll get down to the 15-yard line. Picks up 3 more. And it brings up a 3rd and 5 for the Knights from the Festus 15-yard line. 6:45 and counting here in the second quarter. Low-scoring first half. 3-0 your score. Festus on top on a 41-yard field goal. Now it's back. 4:25 to go in the first quarter.
6 minutes and 33 seconds to play here before halftime. Knights are on the drive, and they're looking to score here quickly.
Boehm in the shotgun will take the snap, rolls out to his right, fires down the field. The pass is going to be out of the reach of the intended receiver and incomplete. As I do believe that was number 10, Jared Dunlap, intended receiver for the Knights.
And it was a little bit out of his reach, but he really only put the effort into one hand. He was a little bit wrapped up by his defenseman from the Tigers, and he really kind of slipped underneath that turf just for a second.
Now a 4th and 5 from the Festus 15. Farmington going to go for it as Boehm will take the snap, rolls out to his left, looking downfield, now he's going to keep it down to the 15, down to the 10, inside the 10, and he steps out of bounds with the Farmington first down. Down at just inside the 10. Well,
that is going to be close.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact,
they didn't get a very good spot, I don't think.
The down marker on the far side is between 9 and 10 yards. The football on the near side where it's sitting is right on the 10. So they are going to bring out the chains, and they are going to measure it for an official measurement, as that was a 4th down attempt for the Knights, as they were within now, if they get the ruling, 10 yards for a touchdown.
They needed 5 yards, and boy, this spot of this football is going to be very close as they will stretch the chains. And it is a first down Festus, as Farmington did not make it as they came up just inches short of the first down.
As they were, I'm telling you, it was nothing but inches from our angle, not knowing what it is right down there in the field. It had to have been close, as we are sitting at 6 minutes and 17 seconds. So after a 4th down attempt for the Farmington Knights, they're going to have to turn the ball over to Festus. Now I'm wondering if they're going to be able to score here before they go to the halftime locker room.
I'll tell you what, Boehm had all kinds of running room here on the left side, the near side of the football field, and I thought he could make 5 yards to get a first down easily. And from our vantage point up here in the press box, I thought he stepped out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. The 10-yard line is what they needed for a first down, but referee ruled him. He stepped out of bounds just short of the first down, turned the football back over to Festus.
That's a hard one to swallow. I mean, you get that close and you're looking to get something and some points on the board. Festus has a 3-point advantage, but you don't want to go, without scoring here quickly.
Updating some baseball going on as top of the 4th inning from Cincinnati tonight, and the Cardinals trail the Cincinnati Reds 4-2. Of course, college football starts up next Saturday night as Missouri will host Southeastern Louisiana. As Festus going to take over the football. 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line, 6:17 to go. Here in the first half, 3-0. Festus on top, 41-yard field goal by Travis Sproul.
And Sproul, what a leg on him. I mean, that takes a lot of talent at this level to kick a football 41 yards and with a cross-south wind to his right-hand side.
As Wilkes going to hand the football off, as up to the 15-yard line is the ball carrier. That will be number 45. That's Nathan Cummings. Picks up 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 for Festus.
Our broadcast of high school football is being made possible by Check Please of Farmington, Carpenter Plus of Festus, along with Animal Care Services of Festus, Decluse Septic of Festus, Crystal Heating and Cooling at both Crystal City and Farmington, proud to bring you high school football on your radio 95.fm, on the World Wide Web at froggy96online.com, and of course many other options now with KDKZ Channel 18.
As Wilkes going to take the snap, as Wilkes going to keep it off the left side, he's going to be drugged down from behind back in the backfield. They're going to say that he got back to the original line of scrimmage, and that is it. So a 3rd and 5 as they're going to give him forward progress up to the 15-yard line, no more. So officially a no gain on the play for Wilkes. And it's a 3rd and 5 here for Festus from their own 15 as we're near the 5-minute mark here in the first half.
Jeremy, that's no place. That kind of territory is not the place that a quarterback feels comfortable working out of. That close to your own field line, you talk about safeties coming into stretch. It becomes a little bit of a worry to scare.
So a 3rd and 5 for Festus as Wilkes under center will take the snap as we have another fumble on the snap. As I think we did, we have a big pile up, and looks like Farmington recovered. Another fumble by Festus, and the Knights have recovered another fumble, and they are set up in great field position down inside the Festus 15.
This will be turnover number 3 of the game, number 4 of the game.
Number 3 of the game, 2 by Festus.
And now, the original one by Farmington. So that'll be 3 turnovers so far in this game as the Tigers lead 3-0. 4:43 to play before halftime. Still 3-0 your score like we're talking about. And now Farmington now has another chance as they've wasted quite a bit of time off the clock to now possibly get some points before they head into the locker room at halftime.
Quick moving first half, 4:43 to go in the second quarter, 3-0 Festus on top. As Boehm in the shotgun, he's got Anthony Greco lined up to his right in the backfield. Now Greco going to move over and line up to Boehm's left. As Boehm in the shotgun calls out the signals as he will take the snap, a low snap, picks it up off the turf, fires into the end zone, and the pass is going to be incomplete as the referee ruled it in the end zone that it hit the ground.
The intended receiver, I'm waiting to see who that was. Looks like it was number 10. That's going to be Jared Dunlap.
You got good eyes.
Dunlap was the intended receiver on the far side of the football field in the end zone, right around the Festus U.
I got binoculars and I still couldn't see.
Got to have that 20/20 vision, man.
Boehm in the shotgun, 2nd down and 10 from the Tiger 13. Boehm will take the snap. He'll fire near side. Pass is going to be caught down inside the 5-yard line, moving the pile down to the 1. It will be a first down for the Knights as the pass going to be called by Ryder Garrett. A gain of 12 down to the 1, 1st and goal, Farmington.
Big change of events here in the last couple of minutes as the Farmington Knights have now taken over the ball after a fumble by the Festus Tigers. The Knights had messed things up there on a 4th down situation just 5 minutes ago, and now here they are. They're back on their own. Well, the Tiger pretty much 1-yard line as we have a timeout, I believe.
Timeout going to be taken by Festus. 4:31 to go in the first half. When we get back to action, Farmington will have the football, 1st down and goal from the 1-yard line as they trail 3-0. We'll take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come back to Festus after this. This is Farmington Night Football on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
Nothing is better than a famous ice-cold root beer from Dog & Suds on Highway 67 at Cherokee Pass. That is, unless you order up one of Dog & Suds Texas Burgers or Coney Dogs. Dog & Suds is the original burger and root beer fun place to be, and they're now open in Cherokee Pass. Stop by Dog & Suds Monday through Thursday from 10 a.m. until 9 p.m., Friday, Saturday, and Sunday from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. Enjoy that great old-fashioned flavor of Dog & Suds, now open in Cherokee Pass.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
And welcome back to Festus at 1st and goal for the Knights from the Tiger 1. Out of the timeout, Boehm lines up in the shotgun, Greco to his right. As Boehm will take the snap, Boehm going to keep it off the right side as he is into the end zone for the touchdown. First touchdown of the 2012 season belongs to Justin Boehm with 4:27 to go in the second quarter, and the Knights jump on top by a score of 6-3.
It just took inches for Boehm to inch his way into the end zone, and like you said, that'll be their first touchdown scored of the 2012 football season as the Knights lead 6-3 as we await the extra point.
So extra point here for Farmington.
Back to kick it, I believe, is DeSold.
Number 52.
There you go.
All right, as the snap is there, the hold is down, the kick by DeSold is up. He pushed it left, no good. 4:27 to go here in the first half. Farmington now on top of Festus by a score of 6-3. Back for the kickoff in 30 seconds. This is Farmington Night Football on the Dawkins.
So, Clay, a lot of people are starting to save money with Farm Bureau Insurance.
Guess they're getting the message. You don't have to be a farmer.
We make a great team.
You make a great assistant.
Actually, I'm in charge.
No, I don't think so.
Really? See ya. He'll get over it.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
We're back for the kickoff as the Farmington Knights are leading 6-3.
And on the return, up across the 35 to the 36-yard line, finally brought down by the Knights. Looks like number 21. That is going to be Tyler Barlow. Good return for the Festus Tigers up across the 35 at the 37-yard line. That's where Festus will go back on offense as they now trail Farmington by a score of 6-3.
Want to let our listeners know on the radio and online that, of course, coming up this Sunday at 3 p.m., you can watch this game on Channel 18 KDKZ. And, of course, we'll archive it on our website, kdkz18.com. That way you can go and check out each football game. We'll be covering the Farmington Knights and the Fredericktown Black Cats all season long, at home and on the road.
Now we got a new quarterback into the football game for Festus as he will take the snap, hand the football off, and not much running room for the ball carrier, Corey Uding, as he'll get to the 38-yard line. He'll pick up a yard as the quarterback into the football game, Andrew Hayden, for the Festus Tigers.
Again, we're taking under 4 minutes to play before halftime, and the Farmington Knights were finally able to put some points on the board after I lost it. Bame. There we go. One more time. Bame was able to inch it into the end zone finally and got some points going here, but the extra point was no good off the foot of DeSold.
As Hayden again going to hand the football off, as I do believe that was Uding again, the ball carrier, as they'll get up across the 40 to the 42, picks up 4 yards, and it will bring up a third down and about 5 to go here for the Festus Tigers. 3:15 to go. Farmington still with 2 timeouts. Festus down to 1 timeout. As big third down play here for the Farmington Knight defense if they want to try and get the football back, maybe put some more points on the scoreboard here before halftime.
Definitely tell a difference between the Festus Tiger offense and the Knights offense. Farmington is a very quick-moving, on the line, ready to go offense as Festus takes their time quite a bit longer.
As Hayden going to fire here to the near side of the football field. Pass is going to be caught down inside Farmington Knight territory. And number 1, Travis Sproul, going to make the catch. Spot him at the Farmington 43, as that is a gain of 15 yards and a first down here for the Festus Tigers.
On Sproul's chase was, of course, Jared Dunlap. Dunlap had a hard time judging which way he was going to run down this football field as he made a hard right turn here to the near side, and then finally Dunlap was able to catch up to him and get a foot around his thighs and finally bring him out of bounds.
So 1st and 10 for Festus down at the Farmington 43 after the gain of 15 yards to Sproul from Hayden, as Hayden going to take the snap as he will hand it off to the fullback as lots of running room down inside the 30, still on his feet, and he's finally brought down inside the 25 at the 24-yard line as number 45, that's going to be Nathan Cummings, the ball carrier, a pickup of 18 yards. Make that 19 yards and a first down for Festus.
And we thought that Garrett Duncan had him down first, but it ended up taking Ryder Garrett to come out and wrap things up a little bit harder to kind of get him finally stopped on the scrimmage.
So now Festus on the move with 2:15 to go as they look to regain the advantage as they trail 6-3. Possibly maybe tie the ball game up with a field goal. As Hayden under center, he will take the snap again, hand it off to Cummings. As Cummings off the right side, he'll get down to about the 20-yard line. He'll pick up 4. Brings up a second down, 6 to go as the Festus Tigers inside Farmington Knight territory on the march.
Right now, a minute 52 to play before halftime, and looks like the Tigers are looking to score and get the upper hand before they head to the locker room here in this first week of football.
Well, we've already seen Sproul kick a 41-yard field goal, so we know that Festus is well within his range.
He's got the foot for it. They're already in his range for sure.
And now we've got a whistle timeout going to be taken by the Farmington Knights. A minute 38 to go here in the first half. 6-3, Farmington on top, but the Festus Tigers are knocking on the door. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back to Festus after this. You're listening to Farmington Knights football on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
Rates are at an all-time low, and now is the time to refinance. First State Community Bank offers fixed-rate home financing for terms up to 30 years. And with a fixed-rate mortgage, your monthly payment and interest rate will remain constant for the life of your loan. Get access to equity in your home or lower your monthly payment. Contact First State Community Bank today and ask about a fixed-rate mortgage. First State Community Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Apply for your fixed-rate loan at fscb.com.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
And we're back after the Farmington timeout. The Festus Tigers are on the drive with 1:38 to play before halftime, and right now the Knights are leading 6-3. Knights got into the end zone here in the second quarter as Bain was able to inch it in for that first touchdown. It was a no-good attempt for the extra point by Dunlap.
Second down and 6 to go as Hayden going to take the snap as he will hand off to the fullback. Not a whole lot of room for Jaden Reddick. For the Festus Tigers, they'll go back to the 20, and that is it. So no gain on the play.
That was actually, I meant to say, off the foot of DeSold. He had a hard time. It came off the right side of his foot for that extra point after Farmington scored. And Festus got onto the board first here in this game, Jeremy, after that 41-yard field goal.
You are having trouble with yard tonight, you know?
Yard.
Say it with me, yard.
Yard. You know, my mom always said you got to sound it out.
Yard. 1 minute to go here in the first half.
I feel bad for anybody that has to listen to us.
Yeah, exactly. 3rd and 6 as Hayden will take the snap. He will hand it off to Udine. Udine spinning away, breaking tackles in the open, and he is in for the touchdown. 20-yard touchdown run by Udine, and the Festus Tigers are back on top with 50 seconds to go.
Torrey Udine for the Festus Tigers is going to get a little bit of revenge before they head to the locker room. That puts Farmington with 50 seconds to do anything. And Udine is number 42 for the Festus Tigers. You talk about a powerhouse. Coming in a huge 6'1", 220-pound senior for this Festus Tiger offense and playing a great job on defenses as well. And this is going to put a huge damper on the Farmington Knights before they head to the locker room. So we await the extra point from Festus.
I'm going to guess that's going to be number 1, Sproul, and it is. And he missed it. Missed the extra point. No good. 50 seconds to go here in the first half as Festus now back on top by a score of 9-6 over the Farmington Knights. And we're back for the kickoff in 30 seconds on the Dawkins broadcast group.
The new generation, Hoods, Discount Home Center. Custom countertops, vanities, cabinets, and doors.
Furniture, tools and paint, electrical and hardwood floors.
Plumbing and lighting, windows and tile.
If you're building or remodeling,
we've got what you need on every aisle.
Buy it for less, we save you money. Buy it for less at the new generation.
Hoods, Discount Home Center.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
And welcome back to Festus. 50 seconds to go here in the first half of play. 9-6. Tigers on top of the Farmington Knights here in week number 1 of high school football.
And you know, it looked like head coach Todd Vaughn had to whistle for that final timeout. He saw something, like you said before the break, that he didn't like. And so he decided, you know what, we're going to come back. We've got 50 seconds to work with. Let's burn this, let's regroup, and let's catch them off guard, hopefully.
Boehm in the shotgun, twin receivers to each side. Greco lined up in the backfield, lined up to Justin Boehm's left side. And now as I say that, Justin Boehm is going to have Greco line up on his right side.
7 seconds to go on the play clock as they're working to get this one off.
Boehm will take the snap. He'll hand off to Greco. Has all kinds of room across the 25 to the 30, up to the 35. Finally going to be taken down across the 35 at the 38-yard line.
And now I look for the Farmington Knight offense to immediately jump back on the line as he didn't get out of bounds. So,
yep, that's exactly what they're doing. 18-yard gain up to the 38-yard line.
And they stopped the clock for some reason.
First down, they're going to have to move the chains, and now Boehm's going to spike the football. So that will stop the clock. So in high school football, just like college,
first down equals a killer clock. Get the chains moved.
Yep.
42 seconds is what the Farmington Knight offense has to work with as they trail here in the first half of football 9-6. Festus Tigers are leading again 9-6 over the Farmington Knights, but Knights are looking for the drive as looks like Boehm's going to look to the sideline once again to his offensive coordinators.
Still 10 seconds on the play clock. He's got twin receivers, 2 receivers to each side.
Craig Gibbs over here for the Farmington Knights offense, along with
as Bain will take the snap, drops back in the pocket, looks deep, throws down the field. The pass is going to be dropped, and then the intended receiver just got leveled, as that's going to be number 80 for the Knights, Cameron Quarter, as he had the ball glance off his fingertip, and then he got nailed in the ribs as he comes up holding his ribs as he will jog off the football field under his own power.
And that was a perfectly legal hit. It was a catchable catch, but it was out of his reach, and so it was a straight line drive to the chest, and he felt that as he was slow to kind of get back off the field, but he jogs off under his own power. I bet he got the wind knocked out of him for sure, as we have 36 seconds to play before halftime.
As Bain will take the snap, second down, check that, third down and 10. Bain now under pressure is going to elude pressure, and now is going to run it off the right side, far side of the football field, as Bain is going to get up to the 45-yard line, and he will run out of bounds to stop the clock. They're going to spot him officially at the 46, a gain of 8, and a 4th and 2 here for the Farmington Knights.
And as Bain went out of the Festus sideline, he was pushed from behind and took a pretty hard hit into some gear and some water coolers on the far side.
And
the
now
sideline,
they're going to call a, I didn't see the flag, but it must have been a personal foul, late hit out of bounds.
It was definitely late hit out of bounds, because you saw gear and all kinds of stuff flying, and he was clearly headed for the sideline, so that was definitely a personal foul for sure. 26 seconds to play before halftime, and right now the Tigers are leading by 3, 9-6. But Farmington, with that personal foul, is going to get some great opportunities here.
1st and 10 from the Festus 39. Bain in the shotgun, as now they'll look over to the sideline, get the play. Still 15 seconds on the play clock, 26 seconds to go here in the first half. 9-6 Festus as Bain in the shotgun. Calls out the signals as he will take the snap, drops back to pass. He is hit as he unloads, has an open receiver down inside the 20, breaks tackles, 15, down to the 10, all the way down to the 5-yard line, and in on the reception
is number 10. It's got to be
Dunlap.
number 10.
Yeah.
It's Dunlap for sure.
34 yards to Dunlap.
And they've got 18 seconds to work with here. I don't know if you saw it, but when Bain threw the ball away, he took a hard hit to the chest. As soon as the ball left his hand, he was leveled, and a great play by the Farmington Knights offense as Dunlap was able to come up with it. Clock has stopped at 15 seconds now as the Farmington Knights look over to the sideline.
As Bain, Farmington Knights quickly up to the line of scrimmage as they spike the football, so 2nd down and goal to go from the 5-yard line.
Just like you said, here's this Knight offense, and they're looking great things to their advantage, some quick opportunities and some coaching strategies that really helped out here. 15 seconds to play as the Farmington Knights have the ball, but they trail by 3. 9-6 is your score. Festus on top.
Bain in the shotgun, 2nd and goal from the Tiger 5. Bain will take the snap as he is under pressure, as he is going to get hit, and he gets the ball away, so it's incomplete. So as he was falling down, he somehow got the football away for an incomplete pass, so that will save the sack.
Threw it away, it'll save the sack, and that'll stop the clock at 10 seconds. So again, the Festus Tigers are holding a 9-6 lead over the Knights' head, but Bain and the Farmington Knights are looking to get in the end zone as they've had some great opportunities, and they're trying everything they can to take this lead before halftime, and I give them a great effort here. They're doing everything it's going to take, as this could be the final play of this half.
Well, if nothing else, if you can't get to the end zone, you got to get out of bounds on 3rd and goal from the 5. Bain in the shotgun will take the snap, rolls out to his near side, fires, end zone, pass dropped. Dropped by the intended receiver, and that is going to be number 8 for the Knights, going to be Grant Hopkins.
Hopkins had it right out of his hands as it skipped over the top of him, just like it was hitting off of some water, and they've got 6 seconds to work with here, Jeremy. I'm not sure if they're going to try to fire off something again, if Bain's going to try to keep it through a pocket.
Looks like they're going to attempt about a 21-yard field goal or so.
They're going to have a little bit of a south wind, but it looks like it's died down, and it is a rough kick. It's not going to make it.
Missed it to the right on a 21-yard field goal attempt. It was no good by Ethan Grimes, the kicker for the Farmington Knights. And with 2 seconds to go in the first half, the Knights squander a golden opportunity to pick up some points before halftime, as Festus will come back onto the football field with 2 seconds to go, as they will probably take a knee, and we will head to halftime. 9-6 your score, as Festus will hang on to a 3-point lead, looking to get to the locker room here at halftime. Been a back and forth first half. Festus jumped on top 3-0. With 4:25 to go in the first quarter, a 41-yard field goal by Travis Sproul. Farmington came right back on a touchdown, 1-yard touchdown run by Justin Bain, but that came with 4:27 to go in the second quarter. Extra point was no good, 6-3. Farmington at that point stayed like that until 50 seconds to go in this second quarter. A 20-yard touchdown run by Corey Uding. Extra point was no good, and that is where we stand here. 9-6, 2 seconds to go here in the first half.
What an interesting first half it's been. It's been a back and forth and a close one so far. A low-scoring, close game as we've seen. 9-6 your score, like Jeremy said. 2 seconds that the Festus Tigers are going to have to work with.
And looks like they're just going to knee on the football. We're going to head to halftime. 9-6 your score, as there's the knee and your halftime score. Festus leading Farmington by a score of 9-6. Here at the break, we'll come back and we'll recap the first half after this timeout on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
Hi, this is Stacy with Sudden Loan Company. Summer is drawing to an end, but there's still time for some home improvements, trips, or maybe some work to get the car ready for winter. Whatever you need cash for, just call Sudden Loan Company. We can give loans up to $3,500 and get you in and out in a hurry. Give Sudden Loan Company a call in Park Hills at 431-6504 or any of our other locations, Farmington, Ironton, or Festus.
Might as well be walking on the sun.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
And welcome back to Festus High School as 12 minutes on the scoreboard clock as we are set to go here in quarter number 3. Real quick, updating the Cardinal baseball game in Cincinnati tonight as they are in the top of inning number 6. As the Cardinals have first and third, nobody out as they trail by a score of 5-2 to the Cincinnati Reds. Here it is 9-6 Festus on top of Farmington. Ball teed up at the 40-yard line as here we go. Set to go in quarter number 3. As Sproul set to kick off as he puts the right leg into it. High end over end kick and to be taken at the 4. Back across the 5 to the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Angles here to the near side. And he is going to be hit and finally out of bounds across the 20 at the 21-yard line. As that was number 29, Anthony Greco, in on the return for the Knights.
I'm telling you, I know what I'm going to get you for Christmas, and that is a bigger pair of binoculars. I've never seen somebody take so long. Hey, I knew it was Anthony Greco before he took the ball.
Well, I can't tell if it's 28 or 29. That's what's messing me up.
I'll tell you. Don't worry about it.
You're telling me?
20/20 vision.
Well, then you just start
When's the last
telling
time
me
you had your eyes checked?
It's been
I'll give him some credit. These are some hard away jerseys, some road jerseys to see for Farmington. Some gold pants, white jerseys, gold lettering on that white.
As Boehm in the shotgun, he'll take the snap. He'll hand off to Greco. Greco angling to the near side, trying to turn the corner. Will not, as he is going to be drugged down from behind all the way back at the 20-yard line. He'll lose 5 yards on the play.
A hard tackle. In on defense, number 85 was Keaton Boyce, and he drug him down from behind and slung him down to the ground. 11:33 and counting as we are just underway here in the second half of this first week of high school football across the state of Missouri.
Not exactly the way you want to start the second half if you're the Knights offense. A loss of 5, 2nd and 15 from the Farmington 20. Boehm in the shotgun. He'll hand it off again to Greco. Finds a hole. 30 up to the 35. Going to be drugged down from behind across the 35 at the 36 on 2nd and 15. Greco goes for 16. Move the chains.
It kind of worries me when I see Greco. He's running through these pockets and he's getting a lot of momentum, and he's using his right arm to pocket the football to his chest. Usually what you'd see is once you feel somebody on you, getting a hand, getting something, getting ready to take you down, somebody would cover the ball with 2 hands. He's not doing that. I'm afraid it's going to pop out here before you know it.
As Boehm fires here to the near side, the pass is going to be underthrown, incomplete, intended for Ryder Garrett.
Garrett just was a little bit out of the reach of that intended pass, and so he's going to be able to not complete that pass as we are stopped at 10 minutes and 50 seconds. Right now your score, Festus 9 and Farmington 6.
2nd and 10 for the Knights at their own 36-yard line. Boehm in the shotgun will take the snap, fires over the middle. Pass is going to be caught all the way down inside the 45 at the 43-yard line as the pass caught by Jared Dunlap all the way down to the Festus 43. And it goes for, 14-7, 21 yards to Dunlap.
Dunlap with a huge pass as the Farmington Knights are coming out of the locker room firing on all cylinders here in the third quarter. Proud to be on your radio at 95.FM and on the World Wide Web at Froggy96online.com.
Boehm will take the snap from the shotgun. Now he fumbles the football, trying to hand the football off to, I'm going to guess it was Greco.
As Greco was the intended person to take that ball. A little bit of miscommunication as Greco looked like he took a hard hit on his left elbow as he was holding that as he got back up.
Loss of 3 as Bame falls back on the football back at the Festus 46.
Little miscommunication there is all you need to change this football.
As Bame will take the snap, fires over to the far side of the football field. The pass is going to be caught down at the 40-yard line. And
looks like number 5 from here.
It is going to be number 5, Calvin Lynch. Gain of 6 yards on the catch to Lynch.
Here, you don't need those binoculars. You got my eyes. I got this.
You just go ahead and read out the numbers, all
Just
right?
under 10 minutes to play in the third quarter. This is the second half of this first week of high school football. Right now, the Festus Tigers lead 9-6 over the Farmington Knights.
Bame will take the snap on 36, standing in the pocket. Now he's going to be flushed out as he is under pressure, gets rid of it, and the pass is going to be underthrown and incomplete, knocked away by Festus. And it brings up a 4th down. Looks like number 8, the intended receiver, Grant Hopkins.
Saw some good things from Bame last year in the 2011 season as a young quarterback coming in here, kind of taking the shoes of Busenbark at times as the season rolled along. I'm a little bit worried at some of these throws he's just throwing away to get rid of it. You talk about the perfect situation for an interception by the defense. There it is, and he just about did that.
Fortunate for Farmington, it was not intercepted as Austin DeSold is going to come in and kick it away. As now a whistle going to stop play before the snap.
And he would have had it right around the 10-yard line, and for whatever reason.
Yeah, it's a timeout Farmington. We saw some miscommunication here on the sideline as number 28, Colton Coulter, didn't know if he was supposed to be in or out of the football game, and Coach Vaughn has to burn a timeout. So one of those timeouts, one of those mental errors, and you can see Coach Vaughn not real pleased right now with this football team. 9:35 to go in the third quarter, 9-6, Festus on top. It will be 4th and 6 when we come back. And let's go ahead and take a quick 30-second timeout. You're listening to high school football on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
Are you wanting a peaceful getaway featuring wonderful entrees? Then Vance Vineyards and the Twisting V Grill east of Fredericktown is your destination. The Twisting V Grill is featuring 2 for $22 menu items every Wednesday. Choose from meatloaf, blackened tilapia with Cajun cream sauce, buttered pork chops, smothered chicken with bacon, or chopped steak with mushrooms with caramelized onions and gravy, plus award-winning wines and a setting so peaceful and tranquil. It's like no other in the area. Open Wednesday and Thursday from 11 to 8, Fridays and Saturdays from 11 to 9, and Sundays 11 to 4. Visit Vance Vineyards and the Twisting V Grill east of Fredericktown.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
And we're back after the Farmington timeout. A little miscommunication on some players who were supposed to be in on that play as Farmington is in a 4th and 6 situation. 9:35 to play here in this third quarter. And the Knights were intending to kick it away, and they had a timeout called right as Farmington kicked it. Would have been a great kick.
Now DeSold will take the snap, a good snap as he kicks it away. It's going to be a high kick, and it's going to bounce to the 5 and bounce into the end zone for a touchback. So ball will come out to the 20-yard line. That's where Festus will go on offense first here in the second half as they lead Farmington by a score of 9-6. And Aaron, we've seen some good things tonight on offense for Farmington at times, but then when they get on the march, it seems like they're they just stall for whatever reason, and they're moving the football quite well, but they only have 6 points to show for it.
That's the thing. It's a very low-scoring, low-key ball game at this point, and it's been errors on both sides of the football. Have 3 turnovers, I believe, in the game right now.
2 by Festus, 1 by Farmington.
And you use those turnovers to capitalize, and when your opponent is turning over the ball more than you are, but they're still outscoring you, that's something you must look at pretty seriously as you talk to your coaching staff here in the third quarter.
As Hayden going to take the snap from under center on 1st and 10 for Festus from their own 20-yard line. Going to hand off to the first man through. Going to pick up about 3 yards on the play. As the ball carrier for the Tigers, Corey Uding, as he will pick up officially 4 yards on the play. Brings up a 2nd down, 6 to go for the Tigers.
Proud to be on your radio, 95.FM, on the World Wide Web at Froggy96online.com. You can watch this game on Channel 18 KDKZ coming up this Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. And then we'll archive it on the World Wide Web.
As Hayden going to fake the handoff to Uding this time, as Hayden going to keep it off the right side across the 25 to the 26. He'll pick up 2 yards. And it brings up about a 3rd and about 4 to go here for the Festus Tigers.
Well, we will archive our full video broadcast at our website, kdkz18.com, so you can go back and enjoy it. Download it for sports highlights, whatever you'd like to do. At our website, it's completely free, so be sure to tell all the family about it. If you got some family out of state that'd like to watch high school football, if you have a family member that doesn't know about it, tell them. Log on to kdkz18.com.
As Hayden going to take the snap, he's going to hand off to the tailback this time. Angles over to the far side of the football field, breaking tackles as he will get up to the 30, across the 30 to about the 31. He's going to have enough for a first down.
Brought down just shy of the first down as we've stopped at 8-11 here in the third quarter. Tigers still on top, 9-6 over the Farmington Knights. It looks like he had enough for the first down, Jeremy.
It was on 3rd and 4. Barlow, the ball carrier, needed 4. He got 5 and moved the chains for Festus. So now 3 carries for Barlow. Now it's 20 yards in the ball game for Barlow. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 31. As Hayden going to take the snap, as he is going to fake the handoff, and he's going to keep it. And he's sorry he did, as he got leveled.
He got leveled by 2 of the Knights defenders, and I'm going to get some numbers on that. Looks like number 58 is going to come in. And that, of course, is going to be Ethan Hughes. A huge hit for Hughes. I believe he was assisted by Garrett and a couple of others, as keeping that ball was a mistake for Festus this time, as they were brought down hard for a loss of, 3?
Loss of 3. 2nd and 13 for the Tigers. Back inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. As we've seen some hits in this football game here tonight, and you can tell the kids have been practicing and they just want to get out there against other teams, and we've seen some hits tonight.
That's the thing about camp. You don't want to, of course, beat up on your own team, and now you get out here in the first game and you're ready to hit full out, as you had a motion on the defense for Farmington.
We saw about 3 of them jump all at the same time into the neutral zone.
I saw all 4 of them, count them, 4 on the line for Farmington, moved into the neutral zone, and that'll set them back 5.
So now it's going to be a 2nd down and 8. Goes from a 2nd and 13 to a 2nd and 8 as the football moves up to the 29-yard line.
Clock ticks close to 7 minutes.
34-yard line, I can't count.
Before the end of the third, as we're in play.
As Hayden will take the snap, he'll hand off
as
to the
ball
first
is
man
loose
through.
and Farmington's on it. I'm not sure if it was going to be whistled dead or not.
Nathan Cummings was the ball carrier, and they're going to say ball was dead.
All right, as he was on the ground for sure. Ball carrier number 45, that was, of course, Nathan Cummings.
Picks up a yard on the play.
6:46 to play here in the third. Right now, Tigers are leading 9-6 over the Farmington Knights. A slow scoring, but fast-paced game so far. Many errors on both sides of the football.
3rd and about 4 to go here for the Festus Tigers at their own 37-yard line. As Hayden is under center, calls out the signals. As he will take the snap, he will fake the handoff, he'll roll out to his left, fire down the football field. Pass is caught up at the 48 and shoved out of bounds at the 50-yard line. It's enough to move the chains.
Travis Sproul in on the catch, I believe, for Festus, as that's going to be a huge catch for Sproul and the Festus Tigers. 6:16, the clock is stopped here in the third, and the Tigers are on the drive here with a 3-point lead. 9-6 is your score over the Farmington Knights. This is week number 1 of high school football on your radio 95.fm. And, of course, on the World Wide Web, live at froggy96online.com. We'll have this game at 3 o'clock for your viewing on KDKZ Channel 18 this Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m.
Gain of 13, 1st and 10 for Festus, as Hayden going to take the snap. He is going to hand the football off, and the ball comes out, but they're going to rule the runner down. As
I always like to see a good effort. When there's a loose ball, I want to see everybody after it. And I saw at least 3 white jerseys out there for Farmington ready to pick it up and take off for a dash.
As the ball carrier was Uding, as he is going to lose about a half a yard on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 11 to go.
Here's somebody I haven't seen tonight.
Who's that?
Evan Donovan.
Evan Donovan. I haven't seen him.
I'll be interested to talk with Coach Vaughn about that. I see him on the sideline.
As Hayden is going to pitch it back this time to his tailback. That's going to be Uding, as Uding down across the 50 inside Farmington territory, down to the 46-yard line. I beg your pardon, that was number 32, not 42. Carter Probst. As Probst will pick up about 5.
5:12 to tick here on the clock in the third quarter, and this is still the same score you saw in halftime. 9-6, Tigers over the Knights, and they are now just barely into Knight territory, Jeremy, by a yard, but I think we have a penalty, and they're going to back them up.
They are, so wipe out that 5-yard gain as the referees are getting together right now.
I take back my words. They are going to be shoved back in their own territory here in the third quarter.
As referee's going to come and make the signal, as it's going to be a chop block on the Festus Tigers. So that's a personal foul. It's a 15-yard penalty, I do believe.
That's a big one on the chop block, and so that'll be a 15-yard penalty.
As the wind picks up here in the press box and blows papers all over the place.
You'll have that sometimes.
Hey, at least it's a breeze.
Just over 5 minutes to play in the third. Again, 9-6 is your score. Festus is on top of the Knights.
So second and a mile as Hayden is going to take the snap. He'll hand the football off. Not much of any running room that time. So a third and long upcoming for Festus, Uding, the ball carrier.
Aaron Cox, Jeremy Martin on your radio at 95.9 FM, Froggy 96. And, of course, you can watch this game on Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m., Channel 18, KDKZ TV. The Heartland's new full-service digital television station.
Do the math for me. The ball,
I'm ready.
The ball is lined up at the Festus 38.
All right.
They need the Farmington 39 for a first down. So what is that, 12 and 11, 23 yards, something like that?
23 yards is what they got to go for, and they're ready for it.
As Hayden is going to just hand the football off, as Festus is going to play it safe on 3rd and 23. They're going to hand the football off. I think that was Uding again. Nope, that was going to be Probst. As Probst will get up to the 39-yard line, and 4th down and long at the punting team on for Festus.
In on the tackle for Farmington, Zach Grief, number 53, and number 44, Ryder Garrett for the Farmington Knight defense. 4:07 to play here in the third, and definitely going to see that punting team come in for Festus here in the third as they have a 4th down, and what is it now?
4th and a mile, 20-something.
Plenty mile. St. Louis leading 7-5.
And now a fumble on the snap on the punt, and the ball is going to be covered up back inside the Festus 28-yard line.
And the reaction by Farmington players as they've got is you definitely see a lot of claps and handshakes and slaps.
We got a hurt Tiger as immediately the Festus Tigers looked over to their sideline and said, get out here.
We have an injury for sure as that was a hard hit. The ball was loose and somebody got leveled and looks like maybe unconscious. No, I do see an arm up by its own movement, so.
That's good. That's a good sign because I was looking out there too and I didn't see him move at all there for a little bit.
Clock stopped at 3:49 as each team will take their respective side for an injury. 3:49 to play in the third quarter.
That's going to be Andrew Hayden, number 2 on his back.
As what was going to happen is they were going to punt away the ball and, of course, didn't get it off. It was fumbled and Farmington defense all over it. And you get that amount of guys and that amount of gear on you coming that way at that amount of speed. You do the math and it's bound to be a disaster.
I think it's number 2, Andrew Hayden, as he is into the seated position now. So he is
hate to see
up.
any injury in high school sports. It is a devastating act.
It's kind of a scary moment there for a second because I saw the players for Festus look over to the sideline there immediately and say, get out here. And looks like Hayden is going to get up and he's going to walk off under his own. Well, he's going to have a little help, but he is walking off the football field, so that is good to see.
It'll be a Farmington Knights first down on the Festus 29-yard line, I believe.
So it is. So Farmington is going to be set up in great field position. On that play, goes for a loss of about 10 yards on the play. So fumbled snap on the punt will cost Festus as the Knights are set up in great field position as they trail by 3, 9-6. Bame in the shotgun calls out the signals as he will take the snap, as he will fake the handoff as Bame is going to keep it off the left side down inside the 30 as he'll fall forward down to about the 26. He'll pick up about 3 yards.
In on the defensive tackle for Festus, 55, Zach Welsh, along with number 21, that'll be Tyler Barlow in for the defensive sack. 3:30 to play here in the third quarter. Again, the Tigers with a 3-point lead in the third. 9-6 is your score. Farmington Knights, after a fumble recovery, an attempted punt went bad after a bad snap for Festus, and so they're now working on the Festus 27-yard line.
As Coulter is lined up to Bame's left, as Coulter is going to get the call as he squares through a hole down inside the 10, 15, or the 15 down inside the near the 10-yard line at the 11, and Coulter goes for 16. He saw a hole, he darted through it, and he was quick.
He put it into overdrive. He blasted through 3 defenders. As a matter of fact, the only thing that stopped him was the impact from his defenders that knocked him down. Nobody actually got a hold of Coulter. He was full steam ahead, and the momentum just took him to the ground.
At Bame in the shotgun again, as Coulter again going to get the call off the left side, trying to turn the corner inside the 10, as he is going to get down to about the 6 or 7 yard line. But he stood up, let's call it the 7 yard line. He'll pick up 4, brings up a 2nd down and 6 from the 7.
Colton Coulter was that player we saw back in the first half, Jeremy. that took a really hard, aggressive chest hit. Had a little trouble getting up after he was the intended receiver on a pass around the Festus 45-yard line. So looks like he's recovering well here in the second half.
Bame in the shotgun again. He'll take the snap as he will hand it off again to Coulter off the right side as he is down inside the 5, moving the pile down to near the 2-yard line. As they can get a first down at the 1, it's looked like he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down, a gain of 5.
2:18 and counting here in the third quarter as the Farmington Knights are on a serious drive. They've made up some huge headway as they look to take the lead here in this second half of high school football week number 1.
3rd and 1 as now a low snap as Bame going to pick it off the turf as he is going to run off the left side, and he is going to be short of a first down.
At least I'd say 2 yards is what he's lacking here.
It is going to be as that low snap as Bame had to pick the football up off the turf, and that little juggle there cost the Knights a first down, and now it's going to be 4th and a yard here for Farmington down at the Festus 2. So they need a yard. They can get a first down at the 1-yard line. 4th and 1 from the 2. A minute 25 already to go here in the third quarter as this game is just zipping by. 2 seconds on the play clock, and now another timeout going to have to be burned by the Farmington Knights as Farmington had trouble getting the play in.
You know what? If you have 2 seconds left on a play clock and you're this close to scoring, there's no way you don't burn a timeout in that situation. You have to.
You can't take a 5-yard delay of game penalty
and risk not getting into the end zone again. You know, we saw it very short as Farmington in the first half had a great chance to, of course, get into the end zone, but just couldn't make it happen.
Well, let's while we have a timeout here, let's update some good news. The Cardinals have scored 6 times in the top of the 6th inning. They now lead Cincinnati 8-5.
That is good news. Our broadcast of High School Football Week 1 is brought to you and made possible by Sun Loan Company of Park Hills and Ironton, along with Sun Loan Company in Farmington. Anytime Fitness, along with the UPS Store, the Branding Iron Barbecue in Farmington, Poplar Bluff, and Jackson. Be sure to stop by their new restaurant in Poplar Bluff. It is to die for. Also being made possible by Blackwell Motors and Hoods Discount Home Center. After Farmington had to burn that timeout, they had 2 seconds on the play clock. Don't blame anybody for that call. Can't take the 5-yard penalty on that for the delay of game. You got to burn that timeout here in the second half and just say, you know what, we need the points. Let's get this in here, boys, as we are about to resume play.
4th and a yard for the Knights from the Festus 2. Bame in the shotgun, calls out the signals. He will take the snap, rolling to his right. He's going to tuck it, and he is going to find the end zone for the touchdown.
Justin Bame is going to tuck it to the right side, and he is going to go right and cut the corner and get him 6 more points. Your score here in the second half with 1:13 to play is Farmington 12, the Festus Tigers 9 as we await the extra point. A great holding play by Bame, and the Farmington Knights are going to take the lead here in the second half. This will be the first time they take the lead here in this part of the ball game.
Well, Bame is responsible for both touchdowns tonight for Farmington as the extra point attempt, as the snap is waiting for the snap. There it is. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it is good as the man Ethan Grimes puts the extra point up and good. And 1:13 to go here in the third quarter. Farmington now back on top by a score of 13-9. We're back for the kickoff in 30 seconds on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
As the summer drought lingers on, Ward's Farm Center in Fredericktown reminds you to take special care of your livestock. Supplemental nutrition may be needed to maintain overall good health of your herd. Stop in today and let the folks at Ward's Farm Center work out a program that works for you. They have a full line of Purina products like protein tubs, salt mixes, range cubes, creep feeds, and more to stretch your hay and help you through these tough times. Also remember, fresh water is crucial during these drought times. For more information, call or stop in at Ward's Farm Center today at 783-3100.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
Back here at Festus High School, 1:13 to play here in the third quarter as Farmington now back on top by a score of 13-9 as it's been a back and forth ball game. Festus led 3-0. Farmington came back with a touchdown, missed the extra point. They were up 6-3. Festus came back with a touchdown. They missed the extra point, 9-6 at halftime. And now Farmington strikes first here in the second half. 1:13 to go in the third quarter. 2-yard touchdown run by Justin Bame, and Ethan Grimes tacks on the extra point. 13-9. Farmington on top by 4 points as we're near the end of quarter number 3.
Great game as we've seen through most of this. I'm telling you, some back and forth action, some penalties on both sides of this football. but it looks like the Farmington Knights are going to pull out in the lead here in the second half as we await the kickoff from the Farmington Knights to the Festus Tigers. Our game is made possible by Check Please of Farmington as we kick it off.
As the ball is going to bounce at the 16, going to be picked up near the 13, back across the 15 to the 20, 25, up to the 30, and across the 30 at the 31-yard line. That's where Festus will begin. First down and 10 yards to go.
Just a minute to play here in this third quarter. Remember, you can watch this game on KDKZ Channel 18 Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m., and we'll archive it on our website for the next year. So everybody can find it. You can download it for sports highlights and videos at kdkz18.com. We will be with the Farmington Knights the entire season. We will be on the road and at home and at the Edward Jones Dome coming up in week number 4, so you can listen, watch, and be a part of all the action right here with the Dawkins Broadcast Group. For more information, go to our website, kdkz18.com and froggy96online.com.
First and 10 for Festus at their own 31-yard line as Hayden is under center for the Festus Tigers as he calls out the signals as he will hand off to the first man through up across the 30 to the 32-yard line, a gain of about a yard on the play. That brings up a second down and 9 yards to go. Corey Carr, the ball carrier for the Tigers.
Proud to be a part of week number 1 high school football across the state. We'll await an update from Kennett, Missouri, as our crew out of Fredericktown and Arcadia Valley is in Kennett in the Boot Hill this evening.
I did have an update, Aaron. 27-12, Fredericktown at halftime was the last update.
Chuck Penuel, Dave Ward on AM 1450, FM 103.9. In.
As Hayden is going to pass the football over to the far side of the football field, and the pass falls incomplete as intended receiver across the way. Number 23 for Festus is going to be Mitch Neal. Ball's incomplete.
16 seconds to play before the end of this quarter number 3, and we've seen a lot of action here in the second half of this football game, Jeremy. And the Farmington Knights are coming out of the locker room firing on all cylinders. That's something good to see. They are going to have one heck of a home game next week.
Better bring your offensive shoes next week. Better score some points against Trinity. It might be an offensive shootout. You never know.
Farmington better get things firing on all pistons next week for sure at home. We hope to see you there.
As Hayden going to take the snap, he's going to roll out to the near side. The pass is going to be incomplete as he was looking for number 30. That's going to be Brennan Schuler, and it bounced off his hands, incomplete, and a fourth down here for Festus. They're going to have to kick it away.
So the Farmington Knights will get the ball back before the end of the third, it looks like. Pending this, of course, punt. You never know. The last time we saw Festus punt, we had a little bit of a problem on the snap and had an injury on the play, and Farmington came up with a fumble return, which put them in excellent field position. That's where they got their 13-9 lead here in the second half.
So Festus is set to punt it away as Hayden back in there. That's good to see as he punched the football, and I don't know if a Farmington player touched it or not. And
it went right through the legs of the intended receiver, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't think he touched it. If he would have touched it, it would have been a fumble, but I think the return man somehow let that football go right between his legs.
That was number 84, Chris Smith, it looked like. And it looked like Smith ran his legs apart just wide enough and said, you know what, I can't pick it up. I'm just going to jump over the top of it. It looked like it ran right through his legs.
If that would have touched the return man, of course, it would have been a fumble. Festus falls on it. Festus is set up in great field position. But fortunately for Farmington, they have the football first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll have a long drive to go here in the third as they have 2 seconds to work with. We have a flag coming in here on the near side. As we have some players in the backfield kind of shaking their heads for Farmington. Number 5 is Calvin Lynch. He's not understanding what's going on as Farmington was running 4 to the wide. As they'll talk it over. Our sideline judge is going to get with our head official.
Yeah, they had 4 receivers here, all in a bunch here on the near side of the football field. As Farmington goes right to left. Referees are still talking it over.
And every single Farmington football coach has their hands in the air right now wondering why the flag was called. So we'll get the official call here in just a second. It could have been just a mistake by our side judge.
Well, still waiting for the call. It's going to be offsides on Festus.
Well, that makes more sense. It's going to be an offsides on Festus, so they're going to mark 5 yards down. 2 seconds to play in the third. Farmington is now on top, 13-9 here in the third quarter. The second half of week number 1 of high school football on your radio dial at 95.9 FM, across the World Wide Web at froggy96online.com. And you can watch this game with our commentary coming up Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. on KDKZ Channel 18. You'll also be able to watch it on the World Wide Web at kdkz18.com, where we'll have it archived for the rest of the year for your convenience. Of course, the head official is going to go over to the head coach of Festus, He's going to talk to him and explain what exactly the call was and why there was an offsides. Head coach Rush Schmidt over there wondering what exactly was going on.
So it's a offsides on Festus as the referee makes the signal again. And now they're going to...
He's explained it twice. It's time to play. Wind the clock and let's do it.
1st and 5 for the Knights at their own 27. 4 here to the near side again for the Knights. Boehm in the shotgun takes the snap as he is going to step up. He's going to run it 25-30 to the 35. He's going to slide down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. First down for the Farmington Knights.
Was there anybody around Boehm at that time? It looked like he just happened to slip and fall on the turf by himself.
I think that, or he probably just saw the defense is like, now's a good time to get down and
it's
in
the
the
end of the
quarter.
third, and we're going to get things reset. We played 3. The score, the Farmington Knights 13, the Festus Tigers 9, and we are back in 1 minute here on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
Wayno's in Fredericktown is heating things up with the best seafood anywhere. Boiled shrimp and crab legs are available all the time at Wayno's. Wayno's has great oysters on the half shell too. Call for availability. And gumbo is always available at Wayno's. Want to try something different? How about gator tail? And Wayno's is the best place to get a variety of po' boys. Try their seafood combo platter too. Fish, alligator, frog legs, calamari, scallops. Oh, it's so good. Wayno's in Fredericktown on the Courthouse Square.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
And welcome back to Festus High School. 12 minutes on the scoreboard clock as we are set to go here in the 4th and final quarter as the Knights been a defensive struggle here tonight, but they lead 13-9, have the football 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Boehm in his shotgun will take the snap, and as he is going to keep it, thought about running, and he wanted to run the football, but flying in for the defensive stop for Festus was number 62, Brandon Barton, and he'll drop Boehm in the backfield for a loss all the way back to the 29, loss of 6.
Here, just beginning the 4th quarter, we have just ticked away 12 seconds, and it means we've under 12 to go here, as this will be our first broadcast game of a 10 scheduled season games.
Boehm in the shotgun in the backfield all alone. He'll take the snap, and again he'll keep it up across the 30 to the 35 as he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage as the 6 he lost. He just got back. That brings up a 3rd and 10 for the Knights back at their own 35-yard line.
Met by the defensive Festus by number 3, Wombly, and of course number 21, Barlow, and a host of others.
So 3rd and 10 for the Knights at their own 35. Boehm in the shotgun calls out the signals as now jumping across the line of scrimmage is number 42. That's going to be Corey Uding. That's going to be a 5-yard offsides penalty on the Festus Tigers.
As he bangs his helmet quite a bit with his hand, saying, silly mistake, silly mistake.
That's
going to cost us 5. 11:05 to play here before the end of this one. Right now, the Farmington Knights are leading the Festus Tigers here in the 4th, 13-9. Bringing you live coverage of Week 1 of high school football in the second half on 95.fm and Froggy96online.com.
Boehm in the shotgun calls out the signals as he will look over the sideline along with the running back. That's going to be Colton Coulter in the backfield with Boehm.
Say that fast.
Colton Coulter as Boehm will take the snap. He is going to pass as he does so here to the near side of the football field and throws behind his intended receiver and incomplete. So it brings up a 4th down.
Coulter just overran that one just by about 2 yards, and as he made the turn, you knew who he was going to throw to. He just didn't get the right message from Boehm. So through behind him, 10:45, we are stopped. 13-9 your score. Farmington on top of Festus.
Well, looks like Austin DeSold is back to, he will kick it away for the Knights. As it's a low snap, as DeSold will dig it off the dirt and he will get it away. And it's going to be fielded at the 31 by Sproul, and then he's going to be hit immediately and taken down at the 31. So that's where Festus.
Garrett was all over it. He said, you know what, I see you in my scope. You're mine, and you're going down. It was a leaping jump in the air as he took him right down to the ground. That was Travis Sproul who took that hard hit from a big number 44 Ryder Garrett, who's a senior, 6'1", 200 pounds. Clock stopped at 10:37. Again, your score, Farmington 13, Festus Tigers 9 here on your radio. And, of course, you can watch this game on Channel 18 Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. And, of course, on the World Wide Web. You can find it Sunday evening at kdkz18.com for your convenience.
Well, officially, the 30-yard lines is where they will mark the football. Hayden under center as he will take the snap as he is going to keep it off the left side as they'll get up to the 34, and then he'll be hit hard after a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 upcoming for the Festus Tigers.
Big plays by the Farmington Knights and a lot more mistakes we've seen by the Tiger bunch on the second half of this football game. 10:18 to play here, and our broadcast is made possible by Sun Loan Company of Park Hills, Ironton, and Farmington, along with Anytime Fitness, the UPS Store, the Branding Iron Barbecue Company in Farmington, Jackson, and Poplar Bluff, along with many others. Proud to bring you high school football on your radio, online, and of course on Channel 18 KDKZ TV.
As Hayden is under center again, as he is going to hand it off to Cummings this time. Cummings across the 35 to the 37. He'll pick up 3 yards. And it brings up a 3rd down here for Festus. And about 3 yards to go for a 1st down.
Clock is ticking at 9:38 right now. Farmington on top with a 13-9 lead. Thanks for joining us here. I'm Aaron Cox, alongside my play-by-play partner of crime, Mr. Jeremy Martin, in Festus, Missouri for week 1 of high school football.
As Hayden under center again, he will take the snap. He will hand off to the first man through. Breaking tackles, he has enough for a 1st down. Up across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Needed 3, got 4. Move the chains for the Festus Tigers.
Brought down by a host of defenders. A couple of slow getting up off the turf for this one. You know what? I have a feeling that this field is a little bit wet. Have you noticed how the Farmington Knights jerseys have taken a discoloration? Because underneath this artificial surface is a finely ground rubber material. It's like a bunch of shredded tires under there and finely graded pellets. You hit that enough, it's gonna get slick.
Now a fumble on the play as Hayden tried to hand the football off to his fullback, and the Knights stripped it away, recovered it, and they will have the football back after a fumble recovery. Turnover number 3 by the Festus Tigers.
Clock stopped at 9:02 here in our 4th and final quarter of this first week of high school football, and in the second half. Right now, although it's a low-scoring ball game right now, Jeremy, Farmington has really dominated on this side of the football. So we're going to see if they can capitalize on this mistake by the Festus Tigers. Like I said, our time has stopped at 9 minutes, 2 seconds here in the 4th quarter.
As they lead by 4, they will have the football 1st and 10 at the Festus 37. As Bame will take the snap, he will hand the football off. That will go to, I think that's Greco, number 29, as he will find running room all the way down inside the Festus 25 at the 24, a gain of 13, and a 1st down for the Farmington Knights.
And the Farmington Knights offensive coaches, of course, you got Hibbets and you got Gibbs over here saying, get on the ball, let's run this now. 8:54 to play here in the 4th, and time is not an issue, but they're wanting to score and take advantage and capitalize on this quickly while they can.
That was Coulter, I beg your pardon. Colton Coulter again, the ball carrier. 1st and 10 for the Knights as Bame will take the snap. And again, he's going to fake the handoff this time. He'll keep the football back inside the 25 to the 24. Maybe a yard, and that is it. 2nd down, about 9 to go.
Rex Wright is number 58 for the Festus Tigers defense, wrapping up Bame from behind. So Bame finding some big defensemen taking him down here in this second half of football.
Bame in the shotgun, 2nd down, 9. He'll take the snap, he'll fake the handoff again, he'll keep it left side, down inside the 20, down to the 15, still on his feet, and he's going to be brought down inside the 15, down at the 13 after a gain of 12 more yards. Move the chains for the Farmington Knights again. 1st and 10 from the Tiger 13-yard line, a gain of 12.
And again here on the offensive side of the football field, where Gibbs and Hibbets on the offensive coaching staff are saying, get on the ball, let's do this. You've got the momentum, we've got the time, let's get a score in here. But you think as soon as you score, that gives Festus plenty of opportunity.
Bame is going to hand off this time to Coulter, as Coulter will get down to about the 10.
And I'm telling you, he took a hard hit. Number 85 is Keaton Boyce, and Boyce is a 6'3", 185-pound running back. He's just a sophomore, and he took a hard hit on Bame as Coulter came flying in with him as well.
2nd down and 8 to go for the Knights from the Festus 10 as the Knights lead 13-9. Bame in the shotgun will take the snap, and again he'll hand off to Coulter off the left side.
As we got a flag on the far side of the football field.
As the play right now, as it stands, as Coulter gets down to the 6, it would be a gain of 4. Well, let's await the
flag at the 16-yard line on the far side of the football field, just left of the down marker.
Illegal shift going to be called on the Farmington Knights.
So an illegal shift will put him back there for just a minute. 7:23 to play in the 4th. Your score, Farmington 13, the Festus Tigers 9. And as you can see, a little bit of this offense is starting to wear as they're slow on the ball. They've had some coaching staff say, you know what, you got to get back on the ball quickly. and you got to do it now. 2nd down and 8 for the Farmington Knights after that illegal shift on the offense.
Got an update tonight. Poplar Bluff is leading Union after 3, 33-0.
33-0. The Bluff Mules over Union.
Here it is, 2nd down, about 12 to go after the penalty. Illegal shift as Bame in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He'll fake it off to Coulter this time. Bame is going to keep it off the right side as he'll get down inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. He'll pick up about 2, brings up a 3rd and about 10 yards to go here for the Knights.
Proud to bring you high school football week number 1. We are just 7 minutes away from the end of this one, where the Farmington Knights are leading 13-9. Low scoring, fast paced, a lot of mistakes on both sides of the football, but Farmington seeming to dominate right now as they're in scoring position.
Bame will take the snap, rolls out to his left, the far side of the football field. Looking, now unloads toward the end zone. Passes right through the hands of the intended receiver and incomplete.
As we await to see on that jersey who the intended receiver was, I believe it was number
88, going to be Devin Nagel.
That was a jersey we saw worn by Kyle Warren last year.
Doug Warren.
Doug Warren.
You had it right. You're half right.
Do I get half of a star?
Yeah. I'll give you half a star. So 4th and about 10 to go for the Knights from the Festus 15-yard line, and they're going to go for it. It's Bame in the shotgun as they will look over to the sideline and get the play. 6:46 to go, and now whistle's going to stop play. We're going to have a timeout taken by Farmington. That's going to be their final timeout of the ball game here of the second half. So they are out of timeouts with 6:46 to play, 13-9. Farmington on top of the Festus Tigers. Will have it 4th and 10 from the Tiger 15 when we get back to action. Let's take a timeout. This is Farmington Night Football on the Dawkins Broadcast Group.
Hi folks, Dennis Barrett, Barrett Jensen Chevrolet in downtown Fredericktown. Whether you purchased your last vehicle from Barrett Jensen Chevrolet or not, I'd like to invite you by to visit our service and parts department. Any of our Chevrolet certified service technicians are ready to assist you. We're just off the Court Square, downtown Fredericktown, and see us where cars and service cost less.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
And welcome back to Festus. 6:46 to go in the ball game. 13-9. Farmington on top. They've got it 4th and 10 from the Festus 15-yard line as they are out of timeouts. And let's hope that don't come back to haunt Farmington, as they now have no more timeouts here, and they're going to have to go the final 6:46 of this ball game without a timeout.
So this worries me. They just burned that timeout, and that's their final timeout. And here you have 6 minutes and 46 seconds to play in this. And this is not a game where Farmington has a lot of insurance. They lead by only 4. 13-9 is your score. And here they are in a 4th down situation, Jeremy. And if they don't capitalize, at least get a 1st down or into the end zone, they're done for here. And that gives Festus ample time to get down to the other end of the football field, where they have 3 timeouts remaining.
All 3 of their timeouts. And good news is, I guess, if you're Farmington, you have a 4-point lead. So field goal is not going to hurt you. You're going to have to take a touchdown for Festus to beat Farmington. But
is that the only good news you offer?
That's all I got, right?
Okay.
8-5 Cardinals. That's good news.
That's always good news as well. 6:46 to play as we resume here in the 4th. Farmington is looking for a 1st down.
Bame in the shotgun, 4th and 10. As again, they will look over to the sideline, get the play. Still plenty of time on the play clock. 12 seconds to go on the play clock. 4th and 10 from the Tiger 15-yard line. As Bame will take the snap, drops back in the pocket. Now he's going to be pressured. He's going to set up a screen. It's a high pass, and it falls incomplete. And the Knights are going to turn the football over on downs.
Intended receiver was number 28, and that was all Colton Quarter. And you know what? He couldn't make it happen. It was a screen pass that failed for the Knights, and with only a 4-point lead, you got to wonder what this is going to do for the Knights here in the 4th and final quarter, where they now have no timeouts. And that puts Festus on offense with a long drive to go. They've got to get a touchdown, though. Field goal won't help them to win this ball game.
So Festus is going to be backed up deep in their own territory.
I wouldn't be half as worried if this had been a high-scoring ball game, but it's taken quite a bit of time to score what we have so far. 13-9 is your score with 6:40 to play.
Hayden under center, 1st and 10, Festus from their own 14. He's going to take the snap. He'll hand off to the fullback, breaking tackles as the handoff going to go to number 5. That's going to be Jaden Reddick, as Reddick gets across the 15 up to the 19, a gain of 5 yards.
Our broadcast is made possible by Blackwell Motors of Farmington and Bonne Terre, Hood's Discount Home Center of Farmington, along with the Steel Horse Junction, Southbrook Skilled Nursing Center, Clark Power Services of Perryville, Ellis Battery in Fredericktown, Crystal Heating and Cooling of Crystal City in Farmington, along with the Clue Septic Services of Festus, Carpenter Plus of Festus, and Check Please of Farmington. Proud to bring you high school football. Week number 1, game number 1. It's a great time here in Festus.
As Hayden going to take the snap. Again, he's going to hand it off as the same man going to get the call. That's going to be Reddick, as Reddick across the 30 up to the 32, picks up 12 yards, moved the chains for the Festus Tigers. And as you said, Aaron, Festus has all kinds of time, all 3 timeouts. And
Jaden Reddick, number 5. He's a 6', 200-pound running back, and he is only a sophomore.
See if this nice defense can come up big one more time. Under 6 to go, as quarterback Hayden going to take the snap, as he is going to hand the football off across the 35 to the 36-yard line. I do believe, again, that was Reddick. Up to the 37. Let's give him 5 yards on the carry. Brings up a 2nd and 5. And right now, Festus is just clicking off 5, 6, 7 yards at a time. 5.5 to go in the ball game. 13-9, Farmington by 4.
And if you're Festus, here's what you do now. You take your time and you waste as much time off this clock as you can to score your touchdown.
As Hayden going to take the snap, he'll hand the football off. This is going to go to number 26, breaking tackle to the 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Festus. And it goes for 64 yards. As number 26 going to be Corey Carr with the touchdown, 64 yards, and the Festus Tigers back on top.
The only good thing about this right now, if you're a Farmington fan, is you have plenty of time on the clock. 5 minutes, 13 seconds is more than enough time for this Farmington offense to jump back out of this one and score again. What I was worried about in this situation, Jeremy, it scared me to death that Festus was going to waste as much time off the clock as they could, get down, score a touchdown, and then Farmington be left with 30 or 40 seconds to run with. So good news if you're a Farmington fan, you got 5 minutes, 13 seconds to play. As right now the Festus Tigers here in the 4th are leading the Knights now 15-13 as we await the extra point off the foot of number 1, Travis Sproul. He's a 5'7", 180-pound junior for the Festus Tigers, as the snap is good and the kick is up.
And it is good. 5:13 to play. All of a sudden, Farmington finds themselves back down by 3, 16-13. We're back for the kickoff in 30 seconds on the Dawkins broadcast group.
So, Clay, a lot of people are starting to save money with Farm Bureau Insurance.
Guess they're getting the message. You don't have to be a farmer.
We make a great team.
You make a great assistant.
Actually, I'm in charge.
No, I don't think so.
Really? See ya.
He'll get over it.
You're watching Farmington Knights football only on KDKZ Channel 18.
Welcome back in the 4th quarter with 5 minutes, 13 seconds to play. A huge 64-yard run for the Festus Tigers, and they now lead by 3. 16-13 is your score here from Festus, Missouri, week number 1 of high school football. Who had that 64-yard run, by the way?
Corey Carr, number 26.
Corey Carr, a huge 64-yard run. That'll put him up by 3. Like you said, going into the break, here Farmington is down by 3. I was scared that Festus was going to take all the time they could to score that touchdown. I feel so lucky that they took so little time, because now you have Farmington with 5 minutes, 13 seconds. Now they have the opportunity to burn the clock and score for themselves.
As we were seeing Festus take up like 5, 6, 7 yards at a time as the kickoff is away, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So Farmington is going to have to start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line after the touchback.
5:13 to play, so Farmington will take the touchback here.
So 5:13 to play in this ball game. As 1st and 10 for the Farmington Knights. 16-13, Festus on top. Here on the road tonight in week number 1. As Boehm is going to line up in the shotgun, all by himself in the backfield. As he will call out the signals, he will take the snap as he'll throw it out to the far side of the football field. The pass is going to be caught but going nowhere. actually going backwards for a loss of about 5.
As we hit 5 minutes to play here in this fourth and final quarter, and I'm wondering what's going to happen to this Farmington Knights offense if they don't regain this field quickly, at least getting into the scoring half of the football field. They're deep in their own territory with under 5 minutes to play, and they trail by 3, 16-13, as the Tigers of Festus lead the Farmington Knights.
Bame will take the snap again, drops back in the pocket. Now he's going to step up. Now he's going to elude a tackle, and now he's going to get away from another tackle as he'll get up to the 21-yard line. He'll pick up about 6, but now 3rd and 9 here for the Farmington Knights.
Young Justin Bame reminds me a lot of Zach Kibitz. Kibitz had the tendency to hold that football as long as he could and then run with it. And of course, if you don't have an intended or an open receiver, it's hard to just throw the ball away. But sometimes you've got to do something better than keep it.
And now Bame will throw deep down the field. It's going to be intercepted by Sproul as the second interception, or second turnover, I should say, of the ball game is going to be an interception by Travis Sproul as Bame overthrew his intended receiver.
Now, if you're a Farmington fan, you've got to really worry with 4 minutes and 7 seconds to play here in a turnover like that, as Sproul caught it right around the Farmington 48-yard line.
And right now, Aaron, we go back. Farmington has no timeouts. They cannot stop the clock.
Farmington has burned all 3 timeouts, and that leaves Festus with the ball, with the lead, and with 3 timeouts. This is not a winning situation if you're a Farmington fan right now. So let's see what this team and this coaching staff can overcome here with the next 4 minutes and 7 seconds of clock time.
1st and 10 for Festus from the Farmington 48 after the interception by Justin Bame. As Hayden is under center, calls out the signals as he will take the snap, as he will pitch it to the fullback, number 42. That's going to be Uding. As Uding going to get down to the 46-yard line. He'll pick up about 2 yards. So that will back him up 5 yards. Already penalty. That's penalty number 8 in the football game. For the Festus Tigers. 3:25 to go here in the football game. 16-13 your score. Festus on top of the Farmington Knights here tonight at Festus as they wind the clock. 10 seconds on the play clock. As Hayden under center will take the snap, as he will hand it off over on the far side of the football field, down inside the 40, all the way down to the 35-yard line. That's going to be Carter Probst, as he will get yardage all the way down to the Farmington 35. That is a gain of 17 on the play for Probst and a first down for the Festus Tigers. 3:06 to go in the ball game. 16-13, fresh set of downs here for Festus. Under 3 minutes to go. Still 19 seconds on the play clock here for Festus, so I'll look for them to use a lot of this play clock up, as Farmington, again, no timeouts left. So they cannot stop the clock, as Festus running off as much time as they can, as Hayden again going to take the snap, as he will hand it off to Reddick. Reddick will get down to the 31. He'll pick up 4. And a second down, 6 to go for the Festus Tigers, down at the Farmington 31-yard line, as we're down to 2:25 and counting to go in the football game. And this would be a big win here in week number 1 for the Festus Tigers if they can hang on and beat the Farmington Knights. Last year was 34-9. Farmington victorious here at Festus in week number 1. As Hayden gonna take the snap, he'll hand the football off again down inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. Gain of about 3. And it brings up a 3rd and 3 to go here in the football game.
We have exactly 2 minutes remaining in this football game, and of course, like I was worried about, the Festus Tigers are going to take all the time they want in the world now with this football, as they have 3 timeouts. Farmington has 0, and I can't stress this enough. Talk about a problem if you're a Farmington fan, or even a Farmingtonite for that matter. Minute 45 to play here in this ball game, and Festus is on the drive. It is their ball. It is all what they want to do at this point.
Big 3rd down here. Festus gets the first down here. That's pretty much your ball game, as Hayden is going to keep the football. He'll get down to the 25, and he's going to be real close to a first down. And if that's a first down, that's going to be your ball game, as Farmington cannot stop the clock. No signal yet from the referee. As we're going to say, fourth down. So it looks like he is just shy of a first down. Is Hayden, Andrew Hayden, the quarterback. So fourth down and inches as we're down to 1:05 to go. So we'll see what Festus wants to do here. Probably going to go for it here on fourth down and inches. And if they pick up this first down, this will end your ball game. As Hayden is under center, calls out the signals. He will take the snap. He's going to keep it off the right side. He's got plenty for the first down, all the way down inside the 20-yard line at the 17. And that is a gain of 5 yards on the play, and that is going to do it, as the Farmington Knights are going to fall here in week number 1 on the road at Festus here tonight. As all Festus has to do, now they're going to take a timeout. All they have to do now is just run out the clock. 46 seconds to go. 6-13. Festus is going to be victorious here tonight against the Farmington Knights. Timeout going to be taken, and well, I guess growing pains, as we saw this is a very young Farmington Knight football team. Lost a lot of seniors last year to graduation, and got a lot of young players here on this year's roster, and it's only week number 1. All you can do is regroup and get ready for next week.
It's really all you can do, and it's a shame because Farmington had the opportunity. It's a different story when you don't have the opportunities. It was just a bad ball game all around. This was not that case. As a matter of fact, they've had turnover after turnover to capitalize on. They've been within scoring position 3 times, weren't able to get it into the end zone. So, you know, it's just a matter of fundamentals and getting back into camp and into that, back to the basics. You know, you don't want to come out here and think you're going to blow somebody away, being a big school like you are.
So Festus is now just going to take a knee. 46 seconds to go. A couple of kneel downs, and this ball game will be over. As there's one, as Hayden will kneel the football as the clock runs under 40 seconds to go. So Farmington will be home next Friday night for their 2012 home openers. They'll take on Trinity Catholic. Gonna have to have a good week of practice because it doesn't get any easier next Friday night for the Farmington Knights.
Still can't believe what, on our way here, you were making the comment that, you know, in the 2011 season, Trinity Catholic, no less wins or losses, had 21 points scored in a game. So, you know, Farmington was able to put 13 on the board this evening. But you're going to have to really step up your game if you expect to contend with a group like Trinity Catholic. With 2 seconds on the clock, 1-0, and that will do it for this ball game in week number 1. Farmington Knights are going to fall a score of 13-16. The Festus Tigers are going to walk away with this one as our head coaches, Todd Vaughn and Rush Schmidt, meet and they shake hands. And as the teams follow, they will shake hands as well. It's been an interesting one here from Festus.